Hello, fellow Java developer. In this short video clip, I will show you how to use IntelliJ, ActiveJDBC, and how easy it is to do both, even though ActiveJDBC requires instrumentation. So the first thing I will do is I will pull down the Java-Lite simple example Maven ActiveJDBC project. I will copy the Git repository and I will go into my ActiveJDBC directory. As you can see, I have an old example here. I will clean it. Now I have nothing. So git clone and then the reference or URL to git repository. Now I have that repository pulled down. I'm going to open it up in IntelliJ Idea. Okay, simple example. I'm going to simply point it to POM because IntelliJ Idea has excellent Maven support. At this point, my project is important and I can go and run the simple example. Run, executing run gives me the error, obviously. Failed to determine model class name. And I think that's why you are watching this clip. So what to do next? Usually what I do is I open up my Maven project tab and open up and navigate to plugins and navigate to ActiveJDBC Instrumentation plugin. I will simply run Maven build for that plugin and it produces an instrumentation. Now, if I execute the simple example main program again, it executes without a hitch. So the question is, what's next? Next, let's try to run a test. When I run employee spec, it will succeed just fine because my class has been instrumented. But bear in mind that when you're working on a code that is testing your model, then the model code is changed all the time. So let's go and change the employee model a little bit, and then let's rerun the spec. And obviously we're going to get the same fail to determine model class name exception. At which point I can again run instrumentation, and then I can run my spec, and that fixes the issue. But it's kind of annoying because every time I have to make any change and then I have to run instrumentation plugin. So what I can do, I can open up the configuration of this specific employee spec and add a command. And which command do I add? I actually don't remember, but I will execute Maven plugin again, and I will simply copy that command from here. Okay, this is my Maven goal. So I'll just say run edit configurations. I'm going to add a Maven goal, run Maven goal. So this Maven goal will be executed after make, which means after compile. That means that every time I run a test, this test, employee spec, it will first compile my class, then it'll execute my Maven plugin, then it'll execute the test. So I'm going to click the spec again. It runs the Maven goal, as you can see. Then it runs the test and everything's fine. I'm making any changes in my class. I'm rerunning the test, and again, no problem. There is a slight, maybe 1 second delay. That's a small penalty to pay. So the question is, what if I add another test? Do I have to add that configuration again? You may, or you can go and hunt down the default JUnit configuration and add it there. So I'll just add it here, run Maven goal. Okay. And at this point, any JUnit test that you will execute, any new JUnit test that you will create will already have the instrumentation plugin configuration. Let's try that. I'm going to go into employee spec and I'm going to create should validate mandatory fields JUnit configuration just for that one method. I'm going to say run, and it runs instrumentation first, and then it runs my test and everything's fine. And if I go into run edit configurations and find my specific new JUnit test, I see that it already has the instrumentation plugin configuration because it was part of a default JUnit configuration. Well, I hope it helps someone. Thank you.